What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Loot Chest on Tasty Loot Gaming, the show where we talk about a random topic in gaming. My name's Seth.
Josh.
Chevy.
And on this episode, I want to talk about games that we stopped playing for whatever reason, and we still want to go back and play. Games left on the back burner that are essentially unfinished business. We're still thinking about them, someone play them, but maybe there's too many games that have come out that we're trying, brand new games, or just kind of fell out of it, but it's still a game that we're thinking about and we want to play. So I'm going to start. We all picked three, so let's get into it. My first game is Death Trap. It is a isometric Diablo type game, but also a tower defense. Me and you played it quite a bit, and we're cracking out on it for a long time. Really fun game, and for whatever reason, I'm assuming the many games that come out, we both purchase, all three of us buy fucking every game that comes out pretty much. So for whatever reason, a lot of games came out, we stopped playing it. But I still really like it. I wasn't done with it. We're still progressing. We're trying to get through all the levels. And I really want to fucking get back and play it again.
So that was actually the first one on my list, too.
Really?
As soon as you brought up the topic, I was like, that game. I mean, that says a lot about it right there. The fact that not even, like, actively thinking about it in the moment, he's like, what game do you want to play that you haven't played in a while? You know, I was like, fucking Death Trap. That's it. So...
and you played it too, right? You played with us a little bit?
Yeah, you and I played it quite a bit too. Yeah. I even made a couple maps in it. Like, I thought it was really cool. I had the fucking editor and...
Oh, yeah. I dabbled in that myself.
Yeah, I thought it was neat. It had gear. Like, that was always fun. It brought that weird Diablo kind of loot feel to the game.
Well, it's made by the same guys who made The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing 1 and 2, which is a Diablo-type game. So it's really interesting to see them take that engine and make a really interesting tower defense game that had loot, which we love loot on the channel, of course, and level progression, skills, stuff like that. I'm a huge tower defense fan, and I'm also a huge loot-driven game fan. So this game was fucking cracked to me. So this is why I think about it when I'm trying to fall asleep at night. So whenever the game starts slowing down, which isn't going to be anytime soon because fucking May's coming and there's like 5 games coming out that I want, I would like to go back and play it. But yeah, and why'd you guys stop playing it? What do you think? Same reason I said?
I guarantee too many games were being shotgunned, and I wanted to make sure I at least got a taste. So.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the first expansion of The Witcher 3 came out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I started playing that.
Yeah.
And I just never got back to it.
Well, hopefully we can all get back into it. Maybe we can do an episode on it. I don't think we ever did. But yeah, that was your first, so what's your pick?
Warhammer, The End Times, Vermintide.
That's my number 2.
That was my number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, that was another game we, barely delved into, and I was like, this is really something special. And then stop playing it.
And for people who don't know what the game is, End Times Vermintide is a game based in the Warhammer universe where you're essentially, it's essentially Left 4 Dead in the aspect that you run around with 3 other people in co-op, and you essentially try to survive from the beginning to the end of the level and fight a boss at the end with endless waves of randomly generated AI-driven, the way their spawn is AI-driven.
Almost a dungeon crawl sort of way.
In a dungeon crawling way, yeah. It almost feels like a Diablo type game, and it has loot. So, of course, we're fucking super into it. I think that game came out around the same time I stopped playing Death Trap. So I think that might be the catalyst.
Maybe that was it, yeah.
The game's super fucking fun. We didn't dabble in that as much as I would have liked to, and it is a game I want to go back and play really bad because it's just really fun. It has really good melee mechanics. Some of the characters have guns. The rolling system to get loot at the end of every level is really interesting. The character diversity is really cool. It's just a really fucking solid game. Any thoughts?
Yeah, in fact, just so you guys know, I recently played it, not super recently, but within the past couple months. And they actually gave everybody a charm that goes on each one of their characters. It's a trinket. And it makes it so that the only loot you get is for that character. So if you have a character you specifically love to play, you can just constantly get loot for that character.
That's interesting, because before, when you got loot, you got a random weapon, but certain weapons were only for certain characters.
Yeah.
So, in a way, I liked that, because it made it so you almost had to try out the other characters.
I get why they did that, though. Like let's say, what were the 5 classes when we
Yeah.
played? You only like, we'll say the archer or the rogue or whatever it was. And the rest of them, you just aren't your playstyle. Well, you don't have to ever worry about it at this point.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely.
Yeah, because like I never really was I mean, I think she's really cool. She doesn't fit what I do, the fire mage.
Oh, I love her.
Like I think she's really fucking neat, and I think her abilities are fucking gnarly.
Just not your playstyle.
But yeah, it's just like I don't like the micromanaging of the fucking heating up of the staff or anything like
Well,
that.
the thing though is when you pick a character, other people can't pick that character. So if you get into a room with people who you're not able to play your character, it's cool that you already have advanced weapons for that character ready to go. Though.
Yeah, that
so
is true.
I understand both sides, and it is good they did it because people, you know, if you're playing with friends and you all got your allocated character that you like to play, and you have an agreement, maybe you want to just really work on making that character fucking awesome. So it makes sense. It's cool, and I think it's interesting the way they did it. But that's definitely a game, and this is your topic. I'm talking more about than you want. But
that's fine.
But definitely a
now.
game I think we should all go back and play. I really enjoyed it. I'm not by any means done with it. I mean, we barely played it compared to. I mean, we didn't beat the fucking game.
No,
so
we played like a couple
The
maps.
survival mode just released.
yeah, and
all free.
they released the DLC too, didn't they? For free.
They released a DLC. They added a new shrine in the tavern.
And that was a thank you for how well the game did.
For how
right?
well the game
Yeah.
did, because it sold over 500,000 copies or something like that.
It was awesome.
Especially for a game of its caliber. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, no one fucking knows about it. Like,
yeah.
they didn't advertise it.
That
I
was
mean, it's-
definitely a word of mouth sale.
Yeah.
I heard about it when it
because-
was getting released, and I saw a video. and I was like, "That game looks fucking awesome." I'm like, what is this? And then when it came
Yeah.
out, I bought it.
Yeah,
instantly.
and it was really weird. I didn't think it was like the Left 4 Dead formula. I thought it was just, you're just going through fucking town, just destroying Skaven.
Yeah.
With a warhammer, making them ragdoll and shit like that. I mean, and that's technically what you are doing, but it's the Left 4 Dead. And every level is different.
I would say
vastly
the
different.
level diversity is really fucking cool.
Yeah, and different
I was never
objectives,
bored.
different like there's that one where there's like a short like little intro, then it's a huge level and you have to collect the black powder. Then once you're done with the level.
They also had a really good take on Special Infected. So
Definitely.
Yeah, the special rats.
Yeah. I just really like the combat mechanics. I think they're
And
really
the
fun. I
fucking
think they're all different.
potions
feeling.
you can chug and fucking all that other crazy
just a
shit.
lot to offer, obviously. I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking
It's-
about this for a while now.
It's
so.
it's literally Left 4 Dead but advanced. It's a more modern, better version of Left 4 Dead in my opinion.
It's evolved, it's cool.
What is your first pick?
My first pick, since Vermintide's gone now, is the Nathan Drake collection.
Okay.
I bought it. I've never fucking touched it.
Mine's sitting right there.
I
Same
meant
story.
to fucking play
I'm
it.
the only one who played my Nathan
I've
Drake
been
collection.
meaning to fucking play it
Yep.
because I really wanted to shoot through those games before 4 came out.
That's not going to happen now.
Coming up
and-
soon. You
and
can fucking
it's-
do it.
Now the fucking shit I gotta play now.
I'll say I'm so sucked into Grim Dawn now. It's
Yeah, I'm
stupid.
so Grim
Yeah.
Dawn and Dark Souls 3 and shit.
Which is funny, and this is actually the reason I came up with this idea for this loot chest. We started playing Grim Dawn again. We played it when it very first came out, early access, and it was really fun. But we stopped playing it, and then we picked it up again after it's been fully released, and the game is fucking awesome. I can't it's dope. And then I told you about it. I was like 100%. I know you're gonna fucking love it. You've been playing it a shitload. We played it today. It's an awesome game. So that was a game I wanted to get back into it. So hopefully we can do the same for these games. But Uncharted.
Yeah, yeah, because I've been really wanting to kind of revisit the whole Nathan Drake series.
They're so fucking good.
Before 4 came out. That's never gonna happen because I'm just not gonna get through it. Plus, they're games that I can play when my girlfriend's around because she actually likes the story driven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she loved The Last of Us, so I was like, well, Nathan Drake's Uncharted is a little more action, but it's right up her alley. So
For your situation, I understand it's on the back burner, but for me, the Uncharted collection and Last of Us are like such big and timeless games that they are games I will always come back and revisit no matter what. So yeah, I whenever I look at my games and I see that, I'm like, oh fuck, I could play those because they're so good. I know I'm gonna love them, whatever. But I would definitely implore you to fucking play them because they're great. And did you ever beat all 3 of them? Mm-hmm. Okay. But to see them, how well they've been up-resed, fantastic. I mean, The Last of Us alone looked fucking amazing when it first came out, the remastered version for the PS4. And again, the Uncharted games, it was really cool to play the first one, and it looks pretty good. But then you play the third one, and you're like, this is a fucking solid-ass looking game on PS4. It's a really cool collection. I bought it as a collection piece. It's a game I always want to own.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually why I bought it digitally.
Oh, really?
Because
I bought it physically.
Because if I bought it physically, I'd be fucking
tempted to get rid of it.
Yeah, I'd be fucking. Oh,
Well, for you, that makes sense.
To help
You
me
don't
with
buy
that
games.
fucking-
Say, mine's
to help me
sitting
with
right
that.
there. I installed it, never turned it on. I actually had to uninstall it to save some room on my PS4 recently. So
Makes sense if you're not playing it. So
Yeah.
you can always, if you own it, you'll always be able to
Yeah.
fucking play whenever you want.
No, and I want to because there's no way I'm going to be able to play Uncharted 4 without playing through those 3 games. So I'm probably going to, once I'm like not sucked into some game with loot, try to just sit down and shotgun through those. So.
Yeah. So far, I think we're all agreeing on the same fucking games. So for my number 2, I had 3 originally, but since you picked my number 2, I'm going to keep a third one I had in the back of my head as my third one. So my second game is Rainbow Six Siege. I played the fuck out of this in the beta. It's probably the longest time I've ever spent hour-wise in a beta of any game ever. I loved it. I played it so fucking much. It's great. I was like, I'm going to buy this first fucking day. I bought it first fucking day. I have not fucking touched it. And it's because I played it so much in the beta, and I'm not bored of it. There's so much more shit. So many more maps. They're all fucking awesome.
They're releasing 2 new classes soon.
Yeah, and there's so many fucking games that have come out that my priority system is prioritizing the newer games. I will get back to it, but at the same time, I don't want to fucking get back to it too late, because in multiplayer games, if you fucking don't play them for a while, people start knowing all the good places, all the best weapons, all the best things to do.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's a game I'd like to play. I mean, I own it, I love it. It's funny how after I bought it, I just didn't fucking touch it.
it kind of released around Call of Duty times, and
Yeah.
I think that's what the issue. I didn't even buy it.
It did. It released like a week before Call of Duty.
Yeah, and I think that
Sitting
was
right next to my Nathan Drake.
that was the biggest problem for me, is I was just tied up in Call of Duty, and I knew I wasn't going to spare time for Rainbow Six Siege, even though the game's fucking radical. It just
When you never even bought it.
no, yeah. So I mean, I enjoy it. I just knew I was like, I'm not gonna fucking.
Well, and for me, when I play FPSs online, I like them. They're fun, blah blah blah. But it's more of a social thing. I like playing Call of Duty with people. I like playing Rainbow Six with people. So when you are playing Call of Duty, and I have Siege and Call of Duty to play, I'm most likely going to lean to Call of Duty because you're playing it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have more fun. So I think that's another factor involved with that.
So what he's saying is you need to buy it so that we have a reason to play.
Hey, go trade in your Uncharted PS4 and fucking and go get it
I fucking
with no PS4 to play it on.
digital PS4, yeah.
Just gonna come home and be like, wait, how am I gonna do this?
Fuck, right?
I'm gonna slip that into your fucking 4K.
Yeah. You got Neo real fast.
Fucking that. What's your next game?
So my second game is going to be, which this might be a little weird, but Starbound.
Okay.
I played this game. We all played this game when it was right when it came out, early access.
Played for
blah,
2
blah, blah.
days, and then everyone wanted to give me all this shit for free. And I was like, I don't want to play
Here's the
this.
issue, exactly. Shotgunning through too much shit too quickly while it wasn't even a released product yet.
That always bothers me, yeah.
Yeah, so I actually held back from playing it because I was waiting for a release, and I believe it is an official game now, and I want to revisit it because it's still not
still in alpha, or still in
Okay.
beta.
And just for you watching, Starbound is a 2D perspective platformer in the same vein as Terraria, where you build things, you find equipment, loot, stuff like that.
Or very
but it's space.
loosely-
It's space and space and planets.
Yeah, or very loosely like a previous Plessico Club game, Num Num Galaxy.
Yeah.
Lots of really cool features to it. And I know they added a bunch since then, but I kind of want to just wait for them to make the game. That's where I'm at with this one, because I think it's a really solid game, and I especially, I'd love to play it, obviously with you guys. But I'm not in a hurry, but it is something I do want to play.
If I did play the game, because like I said, when we first got it, first came out, I played it for about 2 days, and I was really enjoying it, but I didn't get that far into it. And then when I came back after taking like a fucking day break, everybody that I knew was playing it so fucking much that as soon as I got back in, I was playing with friends and shit. I said friends going like, "Oh, I got shit for you," and they start dropping items and stuff. I'm like,
And it's
you guys
Painkiller.
are already so far in the game, which is fine. but now you're like giving me shit, and this is just like me skipping the content and not really. It's like when you play an MMO and people are just rushing you to the last bit of the game, which is fine. I get it because the end game content of MMO is typically the best part, but I feel like I'm missing out on the content I purchased.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
I don't.
What I was actually going to bring up too to support that is we're obviously we're currently playing Grim Dawn. I got my character up to the point where yours was, and I was like, okay, stop. And I made 2 more characters to just kind of play so that I can still play that game with you without going like, here's a bunch of shit, and I'm already like way up here, let me power level you. Like, I just want to be able to like play that game, still have that experience, and not have to worry about like ruining the game for someone else. So
I'm going to be an asshole here. That's exactly what I did. I'm like level 32 now.
Me and him got to 26.
But okay, so last night I booted up Starbound, and I absolutely hated it.
really,
I was fucking upset on how janky the fucking game feels. Like, it's like very clunky, and I just tried to do something, and I'm like, God damn. I was like, this is just done so much better in other games.
Well, you're a huge fan of Terraria, too.
And maybe I am not giving it a fair chance, because I am fucking Terraria. I put over 500 hours into fucking Terraria.
Terraria's your favorite game ever made.
So, like, I've put a shitload of hours into that game.
Your 2 favorite things in the world are Terraria and Nightmare Before Christmas.
Well, it's just...
This is Halloween. Halloween.
Well, okay, so...
In this town.
We call home. My biggest problem with it is it's so... Like I said, it's not intuitive. Like,
Makes sense.
I go to make something, and then now I have to fucking... It's not like easy to drag shit from your inventory. There's a lot of shit you have to tab into, because the inventory is like split up now. Like trying to find buttons for your left hand and right hand, because you have a left hand and right hand for your weapons, was a pain in the ass. Combat still fucking super just clunky, and like the game still doesn't run that well.
go ahead. Sorry.
And like, I say like run that well because like it still seems it has like frame rate issues. I was like, that can't be my
your computer should be able to run that shit.
Yeah, like I was like, that can't be it.
Cartoon.
So I turned everything down. I was still having fucking issues.
It's like it's optimized too well.
Yeah, and it was the quest system's kind of fucked up, and it just seemed like dude, it was Dark Souls 3 for me. I got fucking murdered on like the second guy. It was just some dude who's just fucking ramming me, and I couldn't figure my shit out enough to fucking hit him.
So overall, it's not a game. You did revisit it. You're not probably too interested in revisiting it anymore.
It was a bad experience.
That's really interesting to hear, because when I played both, to use Terraria as the example, and Starbound, I've only ever played both these games in their early stages. I have not played them in their later or finished stages.
Their final form.
And I thought at the time the Starbound played much better than Terraria.
I thought it did too at the time that I played it originally. So I have to go back.
I do not have a modern or current updated opinion on either game. So you could be very well right on that. I just remember from my experience with both games, Starbound being a superior product, in my opinion, obviously. And that's why I wanted to come back and revisit it. Not that I disliked Terraria. I would love to play that as well, but it just doesn't hit the same notes, because I thought Starbound was offering a lot more.
See, now Starbound to me was cool though, because it had random loot.
Yeah.
It has like random weapons and shit like that. That's what I thought was cool about it. It just, with how weird combat was, and I bet if I was on a fucking controller, it'd be awesome.
Okay.
But then you have to worry about your fucking deconstructor gun, because you can put shit in higher places, and I just felt like everything was just so kind of slow and just clunky and just not.
With that, I'm going to shorten this conversation because I want to talk about Starbound for the whole episode. But you want to revisit it, I'd be down to try it again.
Yeah.
I had a bad impression of it when I first played it. I thought it was a fun game, but I just had a bad taste in my mouth. So it's been more than long enough. I'd want to try it again. You've played it. You're not too into it. Maybe I'll feel the same. We have similar opinions on games typically. But yeah, My last game that's on my list that I just added real quickly is Ark Survival Evolved. We played a shitload of that constantly. I got to like level fucking 50 something. Really fucking enjoyed the game. Really loved it. I would love to play the game. We in fact tried to do it again, but we had server issues.
Yeah.
That's a game that I feel like I could go back and play because they've added so much shit since we played it originally, and I was happy with the content they originally had.
They added like 10 dinosaurs or something like that.
More than that, dude. They added fucking 10 dinosaurs fucking the first update.
I'm kind of happy to wait for PS4 to release, to be honest.
Is it actually coming out for PS4?
The thing that Xbox
in VR
has over the thing that Xbox has over PS4 in this regard is Xbox supports early access games and PlayStation doesn't. So Sony has to wait until it's a finished game for it to come out, which is supposed to be this year.
Okay, well.
And then it is also supposed to
I
support
play on Xbox One though. It looks like
VR.
shit. Looks like shit on Xbox One. I will buy it again and play the fuck out of it in VR though.
Yeah.
But yeah, the playing with a bunch of friends in essentially a more modern and better looking Minecraft type game with dinosaurs was a blast. And I already really like building in games and making things and be able to like deforest areas and then build a whole compound while you were like taming dinosaurs, stuff like that, while having friends come and visit and stuff like that. There's a really cool social aspect of it that I don't even get out of MMOs really anymore. So like there's just something about it I really enjoyed. I would love to get a bunch of friends together and play Ark again on a server that we're all sharing or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I want to get back into it, but I have to have time to devote to it because Ark's not a game you can just kind of fucking dabble in.
One, just like you said, very MMO like you live in survival games. So
I was living in it. I fucking got like 3 hours of sleep every night playing that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was super fun when we were all playing. I mean, I had that shitty little house. It had to be 2-story because my guy fucking was nipple deep in the fucking ceiling. He's so tall.
I was about to say, fucking, you're sitting here blank face just staring at us as we're talking about Ark. You don't even remember it because fucking your head was just in the ceiling the whole time. That's all you saw.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, this game's alright, I guess. Yeah. It says I'm crafting
I don't know
things.
what the fuck the dinosaurs are, but they're somewhere here. No, it is literally the only game I ever beat the shit out of that fucking dinosaur with the thing on his head. Herbivore.
Stegosaurus?
No.
Triceratops?
The 2-legged thing that fucking has like that horn thing on his
Carnosaur?
head. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Dilophosaurus?
Yeah, maybe that.
Deinonychus?
Anyway.
Utah Raptor?
I chased it down, I beat it down with my fist, and I tamed it.
Compy?
So, I mean, that's the only fucking game I know that you can do that in. Brachiosaur.
Brontosaurus.
What's really neat is the fact that it is a survival game.
Pterodactyl.
And as someone who is not
Pteranodon.
really into survival games because of essentially they're all the same. It's you versus people versus zombies. It seems like most of the time. And in this game, it's you versus dinosaurs versus people. I guess in the way we played on private server, so I didn't really have to deal with it too much.
Well, I wasn't done with it. I was the
also
only person
had-
on the server with a fucking rifle. You fuck with me, I'm gonna pop you in the fucking head. Did the Patrick.
Well, and the thing I was going to bring up was, like MMOs, everyone can take their role. Like, you were essentially a human chainsaw and taking down forests and building shit. As for I was like
walking in Jesus steps.
fucking going around and taming dinosaurs and bringing them back and keeping them all
You were
alive.
literally that fucking scene in Jurassic Park where they're putting the hand in the shit and there's the fucking Triceratops going and they're sitting there just like, yeah, this thing's sick. Because I'd like come running out day, night, raining, fucking sunshine. You're just out there with a sleep fucking dinosaur, and I'd like give you equipment, and then I'd run back and start fucking deforesting the earth. Quick funny thing is, I was the first one on the server to make a rifle, and I made fucking 6 rounds. That's all I had the materials to make, and I was like, I gotta fucking test this thing. So I ran outside, and I look up in the sky, and there's a pterodactyl flying by. I'm like, and it just goes and just dies. I was like. And then I'm like, I type it, I'm like, dude, this thing's dope. And Patrick's like, let me see it. I'm like, yeah, come see it. And fucking, I run up on a hill, I'm just like waiting. And I see him just shirtless running down the beach. I'm just like, and he's like coming around, I'm like, bop! And he fucking just dies instantly. I start cracking. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, it works. That's the kind of things I miss about the game.
Fucking Ark Survival.
Evolved.
I really wanted to see the bosses. Because
Yeah,
from
we
what
didn't
I
get to
understand, underneath every single one of those gnarly pillars, there is a fucking boss.
Summon boss.
And then
Which reminds me of
after you
Terraria.
beat all of those, then you summon like the end boss. So I really wanted to see what the fuck those were like, but every time I got near one of those pillars, fucking God knows whatever the fuck was just there to murder. So that's something you definitely would have to have guns and shit for.
You have to
I
prep
think.
for, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this a game you guys would want to revisit?
Yeah.
Yes,
They actually
but-
added a whole new map.
Well, and
Really?
like I said, I'm gonna wait for PS4. I think at this point,
Yeah.
if it's gonna come out this year, I
It
got
looks so
enough
good
shit
though. It
to
looks
play.
so fucking good on PC, and it's so vibrant.
I know, but like full release product, VR support, sit on my couch,
hope
guaranteed.
they-
Sit on your couch,
fucking
fucking
Let's hope, they,
no networking issues. Like
pterodactyls.
let's hope they fucking optimize it. I haven't tried it out, so I'm assuming hopefully they optimize it. a
They
little
they
better.
fixed it a little bit while it's playing on
I'll say it
PC.
runs pretty well.
They had an
now.
update every day, at the least one every day.
Yeah,
It was crazy for a while. They definitely want that game to succeed. So.
And it has.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, they were
Solo-
able to
solo
afford a
copies.
$40 million settlement in court recently. So
Yeah.
Why?
the lead programmer used to work for, and I can't remember the company. He used to work for another company. Part of the contract was even if you leave, you can't make another game for X amount of years. He immediately
Fuck
started working
that.
on Ark, but used his wife's name so they wouldn't get in trouble. It was this huge.
I mean, he had a
fucking
good
debacle.
idea, and he fucking risked goddamn prison.
Well, the company backed
Get
him
that
up,
shit
and they went
made.
to court about it, and they settled on $40 million. So
The contract's a contract. At the same time, it's so fucked up.
yeah,
That's a shitty contract.
Well, that's like fucking very off topic. The brewery. Yeah, it couldn't be a brewery for 10 years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, after it shut down as the
Not
course.
that anyone
Would
really
know
knows
what the fuck that is.
we're
the
talking about.
brewery.
Uh,
But anyway, let's cut this short. Ark, awesome. I think we all agree we'd like to go back and
Yeah.
play it. And yeah, I believe you're next.
So actually, my last pick is Final Fantasy Explorers.
Oh yeah.
I always wanted to keep playing this game, but it's really hard because like I want to play with you and Chris. You don't even have a working 3DS right now, do you?
yeah.
Oh,
I just bought one.
He got
you?
mine. He heard I got,
You got mine,
He got
dildo.
He heard I got mine, and in the same fucking day, about the exact same one, same color.
Well, okay, so
Psychic. He's just fucking.
this is literally one of those games that is
Disturbance in the
designed
force.
to be multiplayer. It's the
Oh,
the lobby-based co-op experience that you see in like Phantasy Star.
Oh yeah. Just like Monster Hunter.
I really, really want to get farther in this game, but I don't want to play by myself. And the really hard part is obviously like different schedules
Syncing
between different
times
people
and
and stuff
games.
like that. It is a really fun game, and a very like it's weird too because the combat's pretty like casual in the way it plays, but there's a lot of actual depth to
There's
the game
depth to it,
itself
for sure, yeah.
So it's got this nice little balance between casual and like actual like I guess core would be the word I want here, gameplay elements. And I want to explore that more because I think there's 10 ranks, and I think we only got to 4 or 5, maybe.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and I mean we're gonna be playing it here soon in May, so
yeah.
because we're going to Disneyland, so that'll give us time to play
There
when
was
we're
time
not
to do
fucking.
something, yeah.
You
check
guys
out
excited for the new
Disney
Monster
World.
Hunter then?
Yes.
So it's very
Always.
customizable.
Always.
They're supposed to be taking some leaps and bounds.
They're supposed to be making the game pretty good. Supposed to be adding some weapons. Maybe some monsters.
stances.
Maybe we'll have some monsters in it.
But-
Different monsters.
Maybe you'll hunt something in it.
Maybe a monster.
Maybe fucking make some fucking better mama food.
No, but yeah. I mean, Final
Better than
Fantasy. I mean,
Mama.
Chris.
Tasty.
you know,
Chris is probably fucking level 1000 in that game.
Yeah, he probably finished the game. He's probably like,
Long
fuck those,
time ago.
Fuck those Boar Brothers.
Dude, fuck the
Taking
Warner
too long.
Brothers. Anytime I look at my 3DS, it's the first game I think of, even beyond Monster Hunter, because it's a fun game. It's like Monster Hunter, but it's accessible. It plays really well. Like I've said multiple times in this episode already, it feels like an evolved version of Monster Hunter, the formula,
Certain
but also
systems of
also
Monster Hunter,
feels reminiscent of a RPG. It's a really fun game. But I always prioritize games on console or on PC before I do handheld. I'm not a huge handheld fan, so I have to kind of plan that to happen or have a reason to play a handheld game.
Yeah.
But the game's fucking solid. I mean, if it was on console, I'd be playing it fucking right now probably.
Yeah.
So, it's just funny how that works. You haven't played it.
No.
But
I
it's,
played-
but it's on your back burner
Played
because
for
you
like
need to fucking buy
5
it.
minutes on Chevy's DS. I would like to play because I'm a big fan of anything that's Monster Hunter, pretty much. So.
No, it's fun, and the like he said, very accessible. Even if you've never played a game like it, it's really good about like kind of like stepping you through the process of learning how to play the game and stuff. So
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your final pick?
Last game, I recently stopped playing this. Not very recently, but recently enough that I'm like,
It's not that recent Backburner.
well, I'm like, fuck.
You stopped playing 2 days ago.
Well, I
It's the
have like
front burner.
very unfinished business in it. Like, I really want to play it more. I just can't motivate myself when I got other games to play, like Grim Dawn and Dark Souls 3. That is Stardew Valley.
Yeah. Like you said, you're pretty much done with it.
Well, to me, I'm done with it. I haven't built everything on the farm. I haven't upgraded everything yet.
yeah, I stopped mid
But I
playthrough.
have like a nice stable of animals, and I got a horse and shit. And
Yeah, no.
my whole farm's not even clear yet. It's just there.
You know, it's really funny. I bought that game. I made an episode for the channel. I haven't touched it since. I'm not even upset about that because I supported that dude. That's pretty much what I did.
Yeah.
I just gave that guy money. I have the game, but I don't play it. And it's not a bad game. I think it's really good. It's just weird. I don't even think about the game, which is not an insult. I have so many other games to play. That's the whole theme of this episode. But
I actually booted it up last night. I did a weird smattering of fucking
Let's say, were you
games
having
last
like
night.
just like ADD?
Yeah, I just couldn't sit, and I was just looking
that's
through
how
all
he
my
gets back into
installed
Terraria.
games. And yeah, and like I like walked outside my house. I saw that, I was like, oh, I got some cranberries in, and I got my honey in. And I was like, man, fuck this, and I just left. I mean, I just fucking closed the game out. I don't know. I just, for some reason, I didn't want to deal with that.
Well, recently he did tweet that he does have big plans. He's taking a little break right now, but he does have big plans.
I'm waiting for multiplayer. That's when I'll play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like,
Chucklefish is helping with that though, so.
but I am super happy that I did spend a lot of time in the game.
Yeah, I mean.
I just want to finish, because technically you finish it at the end of year 2. There's an event that happens on the first day of spring of year 3.
Okay. Good to know.
But other than that, yeah, I mean, like, I completed the community center. I mean, my farm is
Really?
big. Yeah, my farm is big enough to where I'm just kind of hanging out. I mean, I'm more so waiting for my shit to come in just so I can make money instead of, like, because the mine is done, fucking unlocked everything.
It's in repetition at this point.
Yeah, like, you can go to the desert because the mine there is infinite.
Right.
And upgrade all my tools and shit. But other than that, like, I really have no need to jump in that game, like, right now until they come up with more endgame stuff. I guess I could restart and make a new farm, but I feel like I would just jump in and do the exact same fucking thing as I was doing before because it worked.
Definitely.
Right.
So, yeah, so it's a game I really want to play again. It's a game that I just can't find the motivation. But every time I think about it, I'm like, man, it'd be cool to play that.
Well, it sounds like you just need content. I mean, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because, like, I am barely into my second year right now, and I stopped playing it. Obviously, theme of the episode, something else came up. But I still have plenty to do if I were to get back in there. So, it's actually kind of nice for me, because if I do hop in, I do still have objectives to complete. Hopefully, I know he said he has big plans, and he has kind of, like, vaguely said things he wants to do in the game. There should be stuff for you to do, hopefully in the near future. So,
But multiplayer is probably gonna be my biggest thing.
yeah,
That's what's going to get me to play the game. I think the game's neat, but it's not a game I want to sit there by myself and play. But I appreciate it. It's a really good game.
Quick honorable mention:
I have 3.
Terraria, because they're just coming out with a new update, which is gonna add more shit.
Jesus.
You want to play Terraria?
Nice, Josh.
Well, there's gonna be a fucking update that's gonna add more
let me
shit.
get that needle
So-
back. And
Yeah, dude, he's like a junkie.
No, dude, my guy's jacked.
Well, I'm sure he is. Within 500 hours, I hope he is. Otherwise, you suck.
My fucking yo-yo is amazing.
Yeah, yo-yos are cool. They were cool. I would maybe play that game again. I don't know.
I want to play with you guys. I want to show you guys fucking what's going on.
show
wanna just,
all
like,
the new shit
here,
you got.
have this stuff.
I ain't doing that. I would start brand new guys.
Look upon me, you're
Well,
God.
no, like, and they actually added like a class system. There's actual classes. In
No,
the
I
game.
would love
That's
to play the
weird.
game again.
There's
so.
classes.
Yeah, like there's, of course, there's like viable magic users from the get go. There's viable rangers from the get go.
That's weird.
Viable melee and summoner.
Well, I mean, we played essentially in early access in that game, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, they have like shitloads of
Well, we
different armor types
stopped
for
playing
every
before the
single
first
one.
big update came out.
We did the same thing with Starbound.
And then-
apparently
and then-
that game genre
and
is
then-
like, oh, that was nice.
Yeah, that was cool. Whatever. I'm gonna move on with my life. And then fucking, they're like, here's a fucking fat patch. Boom, right there. Fucking all this content.
Yeah.
And then after that, they're like, we're done with this game forever. And then fucking they released another fucking fatter patch.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
fucking
because I don't think
bigger
you guys
shit.
played.
The
Fattiest.
I don't
the
think you
fattiest
guys
patch they
played
ever
hard
fucking
mode.
released.
I don't think you guys even got to hard mode.
Half the bosses you talk about, I'm like,
I don't even know.
I
I don't
like
even think
three.
I got to hell in that game. I remember
Oh,
getting,
I
I
fucking-
remember me and you
I
getting stuck in the
wrecked hell.
goddamn forest, building this little chintzy little base
The
so that
jungle,
you
so you
could
can shoot through that
shoot
fucking.
this tiny little fucking
I
hole.
was sniping through there, killing
Yeah.
bees.
That was so dumb.
It's a game I'd be kind of interested in checking out. You mentioning classes has
Mm-hmm.
piqued my interest, but not right now because I have Dark Souls 3 and fucking Grim Dawn to be playing.
Yeah.
And soon Uncharted and all that shit.
They've added biomes and all sorts of shit.
Speaking of Uncharted, Dark Souls 3, always on my back burner is Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 1. I want to go back and actually beat those games. I never beat them. I played Dark Souls 1 quite a bit. I played Dark Souls 2 a shitload, but I never beat it. I was like right fucking there. I always want to go back and play those games. And then also, weird one, Front Mission 4.
My whistle.
Wow, no, I wasn't expecting that one actually.
Yeah.
Fuck
Front Mission
yeah.
4 is fucking awesome. I got stuck on a mission years ago, and it haunts me to this
I
day.
remember that mission.
I could not beat it, so I need to just
That's me and Final Fantasy fucking Tactics.
I need to fucking restart the game or get my shit together and beat that fucking mission and continue that game because it is so fucking good, and it is a crime against humanity that they did not make any more of those.
It's like Fire Emblem just with mechs. It's
Oh,
really fucking
fuck,
cool.
dude. It's Fire Emblem's awesome.
Well, speaking
but
of Fire Emblem,
I like future shit.
honorable mention, need to beat that fucking game. Fire, and I'm a whole game behind. I'm literally at the end of Awakening, and I just need to sit down for like one day and finish the
Me
damn
too.
game.
I'm like right at the
So,
end of the game.
Yeah.
Any other honorable mentions?
Not off the top of my head right now, no.
All right. Well, let us know in the comments below. What games do you have on the back burner that you want to go back and play? Let us know why you stopped playing them, why you want to play them, and what the game is. But that's going to do it for this episode of Loot Chest on Tastily Gaming. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check us out on Tumblr and Twitch, our Tumblr and Twitter, Tastily Gaming, Twitch, Sleep Division. Fucking this is the Friday show. So until Tuesday, my name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Chevy.
And we will see you guys on Tasty Tuesday. Take it easy, guys.